Our next witness is Mr. Kieran Kelly. Mr. Kelly is co-owner and head of radio promotion for Stunning Models on Display Records, based in Astoria, New York. Founded in 2005, Stunning Models on Display has released 4 albums by artists including Summer Lawrence, Will Stratton, The Receiver, and Paul Michael. Mr. Kelly lives in New York City, where he also owns and operates the Body Project Recording Studio. Mr. Kelly is a member of the Recording Academy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I just want to say very quickly, Ms. Fink, I really appreciate your testimony, and I think that will help us all to make the much better choices with this particular act. I guess I'll go back on point here. Good morning. As Chairman Velasquez said, I'm Kieran Kelly. I'm the co-owner and head of A&R for Stunning Models on Display. We do currently represent 6 artists and bands, and I would like to thank both you, Chairman Velasquez, and also Congressman Chabot for making this hearing possible. If I leave with one message today, it should be that Internet radio is critically important for the development, growth, and success of independent labels as well as emerging artists who derive no promotional benefit from terrestrial radio and only marginally more from satellite radio. If we fail to preserve the future of Internet radio, we are failing future independent artists as well as future labels. I've worked in the music industry for more than 15 years, wearing many different hats. My livelihood is rooted in the success of the artists I represent and the general success of our industry as a whole. That's why I'm here today, to explain why I believe that this dramatic royalty increases will do tremendous damage to internet radio broadcasters, record labels like mine, and ultimately the artists that this royalty rate is intended to benefit. The music industry has dramatically changed over the past 10 years, and more the driving force for the discovery is internet radio. Internet radio stations are portals for listeners and fans to visit and hear new music, download the latest track, and more importantly, purchase music. For decades, fewer than 200 songs monopolized radio airplay, making it nearly impossible for a new song, a new artist, or a new sound to be heard. As an independent label owner, it is nearly impossible to place a song on terrestrial radio. Today, that opportunity exists on net radio. The doors opened by internet radio to diversity has revolutionized and enriched the ways in which music enters people's lives, and the way artists and labels are able to make a living. These new royalty rates, if allowed to take effect, would restore the walls that once separated artists from new fans and listeners from new sounds, and close the doors that the internet has opened. For my part, there is no more obvious anecdotal evidence of the power of internet radio than of the 4 records my label has released in the past 2 years. Despite charting higher among traditional radio stations, albums released by The Receiver and Paul Michaels were outsold by albums released by Summer Lawrence and Will Stratton, which received significantly more net radio play. The undeniable truth is that net radio promoters, music sales, internet radio, and the click to buy button accomplishes its benefits, and it benefits everyone: artists, labels, and listeners. What seems to be lost during this debate is the unique options inherent to net radio. The flexibility and diversity it gives listeners is both the reason it is so popular and the underlying cause of this looming crisis. Proponents of this rate increase believe there is more money to be made through net radio. How could there not be, with more than 50 million Americans listening monthly? This reality is, however, is that those 50 million listeners are drawn to net radio because it offers a better listening experience than traditional radio, fewer advertisements and minimal interruptions, coupled with dramatically more diverse playlists. Webcasters must choose between giving listeners what they demand and monetizing the product they are offering. The competition between webcasters is unprecedented in broadcasting. Thousands of webcasters vying for listening audiences, unconfined by geography or cost, and subject only to the quality of the product that makes for a very thin bottom line. This evolution of the industry and the collaborative relationship between broadcasters, labels, and artists is producing more and better music. This is especially true with small webcasters that have been able to attract and maintain loyal fan bases of smaller independent artists. As the owner of a label whose bottom line depends on my ability to promote artists I represent, these webcasters are priceless and provide an invaluable tool. All of us in the music business have had to adapt to the digital age and the impact it has had on this industry. We all, producers, labels, and artists, are faced with a choice: embrace this evolution as an opportunity or resist it at our own peril. Those that choose to embrace it will ultimately enjoy the fruits of this new age that values quality over size. This committee is set up to protect the interests of small business, the backbone of American economy. This excessive royalty rate increase is not in the best interest of our industry as a whole, but is especially not in the best interest of small webcasters, small bands, independent artists, or independent labels. We're all at the risk of losing an invaluable tool and a golden opportunity. Thank you again for taking this morning, and deeply consider co-sponsoring the Internet Radio Equality Act, which will help to prosper independent music. Thank you.